Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your friend Bats. My name is Jared. This is Carl. And today we're reviewing Nightwing Volume 7, Fallen Grayson by Tom Taylor, Bruno Redondo, and Adriano Lucas. This is the final volume in the Tom Taylor run. I've done a video talking about that I really like the Tom, I think I called it, I really like the Tom Taylor run on Nightwing or something. And I'll put a card in there at this point so if you haven't seen it, you can go watch that. I'm really glad that Bruno Ronaldo came back for the final volume, because it wouldn't have been the same without him. He brings a real cool style to the Nightwing comics. I do really love his style. It has this classic, Bronze Age, 80s style look to it. And I think that a lot of that has to do with the coloring, but also his simplicity in characters. And he really gave Nightwing like a recognizable face. And I really hope that they run with that moving forward more. Like Bruce always kind of looks like this, but like the Dick Grayson face, like before Brand New Day, Peter Parker had a very recognizable face, and they don't really do it so much anymore, but I really do hope that they do that with Nightwing moving forward. So the story is that Heartless is like the final showdown with him and Heartless. So if you've been following this series, you know Heartless, the reader knows who Heartless is, but Dick Grayson doesn't. And we do get some flashbacks as a kid, and it leads up to Dick getting framed and him getting arrested and him escaping into the Himalayas to learn to be Nightwing again. And it's what this story is. I personally really loved it, but you couldn't just pick this up and read this one. Like, this essentially requires you to have read the 6 volumes before. But overall, like, it was a great wrap up. I feel like the internet made a bigger deal out of this than it was, because it was like literally like an issue. And like, you didn't get a lot of Bruce Nightwing action. You got a couple pages and that was kind of it. Because yeah, you're here for Nightwing, so you want to see the Dick Grayson story. And yeah, it was just overall good. I really enjoyed this. I kind of wish this was the ending costume in the fight, but it wasn't. He shaves. And but it does have some really good moments in here. And there was a part, like huge spoiler, sorry. When this happened, as a dog owner, he's literally like at my side all the time at this point. When this happened with Haley, I was like, oh no. Oh no. Like, I got really I got really messed up, because I really thought that was the end of Haley. And I was like, oh, they're gonna he's gonna just create a character such as like Nightwing having a dog and killing the dog off. Like, yeah, she's not here, but then when you turn the page in the final send off, the dog's there. And so I had to go online and see if Haley made it to the Dan Waters run. And from what Dan Waters says that she's alive. And so this scene, to me, it wasn't very clear, right? Like, especially with like Heartless is dying and Dick's carrying his dog, and you know, you get the flat line, and then the scene, but I guess she's fine. Haley is fine, and so I'm fine if Haley's fine. The Bruno Redondo is just fantastic, but this run as a whole is great. I've been reading Nightwing comics since the 90s, and I kind of been saying since Tom Taylor, I was going to say Tom King, since Tom Taylor came on the book, that this run is as good as the Chuck Dixon run. They're very different in vibe and in tone, but everything like past Devin Grayson, so like Chuck Dixon, Devin Grayson, and then kind of everyone after, like Judd Winnick, Pat Gleason, like Marv Wolfman, Kyle Higgins, Tim Seeley, like everyone who's kind of, you know, Dan Jurgens, like everyone who's been on the book post Devin Grayson, to me, for me as a Nightwing reader, been just passable. Like there was nothing that was really rememberable. Like there was not parts that like really stood out to me, like the Chuck and Devin Grayson runs. But Tom Taylor's run, to me, is like put Nightwing's book back on the map as it's like a top 5 DC book to me. And so this run was fantastic. I actually intend on rereading the entire run now that it's completed, and going back and just kind of doing it all like in one thing, like like 2 omnis, because they're going to come out with 2 omnis. So if you've been sitting on this, omnis are coming. But yeah, great book, great series. I'm sad it's over, but I like the ending, and I'm really looking forward to Dan Waters and new creative team, new direction on the book. So that's my thoughts on Nightwing Fallen Grayson. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.